All right, guys, we're out here today at the Point University Golf Course. We've had a lesson out here with Maddux, the coach. He's gonna help me out. We're gonna do 3 lessons, maybe split them up. We might run it all together, we'll see. So we're gonna do today some iron work, and then at the end do some pitching, and then probably do a 9-hole all together at the end. So we'll see if it actually pays off.
So don't hit no bad shots, bro. You represent all of us right now.
He's not looking at me.
He can hear it.
I can hear him.
I was about to say yours don't. Ours don't sound like that.
Really good. The ball position is a little bit forward.
Okay.
So we want to try to get it more in the middle half. So like you take this stick here, it's going to be basically right on the inside of your front foot.
Gotcha.
We want to push it back just a hair. Gotcha. Just kind of keep it in the middle just a little bit more. Okay. So I'm just going to do the same drill we did last time.
Yeah.
To get you to come inside and stay inside.
Right.
You're doing a fine job of that now, but just to kind of feel it a little extra so that you don't get into the habit of coming over this way.
Right.
Because just by watching the videos, that's where the mistakes come in.
Yeah.
You get to the top and you just kind of throw the club this way.
Yep.
And that way, the club face is not open, it's going right if step shuts. Easy as far as getting underneath it and staying underneath it. But we'll kind of work our way a little bit more on the inside based off of where this is at. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah. You can see the movement a lot more there.
Right.
It's curving a lot more. There it is. With your hands essentially.
Right.
To keep the club face more square.
Okay.
Because if you're still on the inside but you're still throwing your hands, there's only one way for the club face to go, and that's the left, right? So then you're just coming in inside and left, so it's going to start maybe a little right just from the path, and then the face is going to push it left.
Right.
And then the contact's going to be a little bit behind it, a little heavy, right? So if we can get the hands to stay more in front of the club head and just let them naturally release through the golf ball, the club face will be more square. It'll get a little bit straighter ball flight.
Okay.
Your right hand's gotten way underneath. So if your right hand is underneath it, right? If I put my hand on the stick right here, right, and I want to turn it all the way around, it's really easy to do that, right? So it's really easy for me to release the club all the way back to the left. Versus if my hand is up here, I can't go quite as far, but I can open it up more, right? But I can't go quite as far left, so I'm not going to hit the ball quite as far left, right? So to kind of neutralize everything, and we still want to have a little bit of a draw, right, but not too much of a sweep where you're missing hard left. To kind of see the first knuckle probably from the top.
Yeah.
Before, you couldn't see anything but the thumb.
Right.
Okay.
Just like that drill you sent me on Instagram, I think it was last week.
Oh, yeah.
Were you throwing hints that I need this drill?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is that from grip change?
It's a lot.
Oh.
It's a little bit of everything. A lot of people say like you want to try to find like a one-way miss.
Right.
But at the same time, just to be completely honest, there's never a one-way miss. If you want to hit a cut and just a cut, there's always going to be a factor to where you hit it left. If you want to hit a draw and just a draw, there's always going to be a factor or multiple factors where you're going to hit it right. That's how you have to hit a draw, is from the inside of the golf ball.
Yep.
You can hit a full hook, come over the top and watch it go left to left. But you want to see a true draw start a little bit right and work its way back to the target, right? So you have to come from the inside. That's the path. The path has to go right. The club face has to be square to a little bit shut in order for the ball to turn back to the left, right? So we just can't get underneath and stay underneath and have the club face open, because then you're going to get that kind of blocky shot. Yeah. Now again, there's going to be times where the miss is going to be further left, because you might turn them over a little bit early. You might not get your grip just right and have more control to go left.
Real quick, what are you working on now?
We are staying under this, coming inside the ball so that we can draw it instead of leaving those high blocky fades.
Because with irons, you don't normally draw irons, do you?
No, I don't. I usually hit those blocky shots to the right, so we're going to try to eliminate that. So what we're kind of doing is like over-exaggerating the draw, so whenever we get out on the course, it's either a slight draw or it's just go straight.
I think that ball is right. Yeah.
Do y'all have running water inside that?
He can't leave that video. He can't leave that.
Shoot.
There's that.
Hit him.
All right, guys, we're moving down from the range, doing the full swings. We now know the correct position to get in to get that high draw that we want. We know the technique. Maddux has taught us the technique. Now we just got to repeat it. We got to practice it and repeat it. So we're going to move now. We're down at the little short game area behind the range. And here we're going to work on some chipping techniques. We're going to try to work trajectory, different circumstances around the green, high, low shots, all that good stuff. So I feel like I've got decent understanding of what to do in these circumstances, but we're hoping Maddux is going to give us the correct technique to use to get closest to the pin.
I've always been told the quicker you can get the ball on the ground, the more success you'll have. So like that's, you know, a bad putt is generally better than a bad chip. And to be realistic, if you had this and it was real fringe from here to there,
Yeah,
we'd putt this.
that's right.
100 times out of 100.
That's right.
And it's something that, you know, everybody wants to chip it. I mean, I want to chip
Jack
it.
can still play this right now.
Because
He probably would.
I mean, it's honestly might be the play because you have to hit this chip shot so perfect.
Yeah.
And even if you like accidentally don't get the putt all the way there, well, it's better than leaving the chip right here, right? Because you're gonna at least get enough strength to get the ball back onto the green. And then if you hit it a little too hard, odds are it's not gonna go all the way off the side. Versus if you catch one thin, it can get that top spin and just see it. We'll start off with the 54, and again, we're not going to necessarily look for results right away. We're just going to try to dig in and try to get a feel for like distance control.
Yeah.
So, like I said, like as far as trajectory goes, most everything we're going to do is going to be low to mid, and that way you can kind of see the difference. Obviously, the 54 is going to come out a little more flat, but oftentimes it's going to have a little more spin.
Yeah.
The 58 is going to come out a little bit higher, and it's just going to stop quicker. It's not going to really have spin, but it's just going to kind of stop. It's going to land soft. Try to keep the hands forward. Your hands are going to release into the golf ball a little bit automatically. That's not going to allow you not to dig into the ground like that. And then as far as like weight forward, hands forward, and we're just going to feel like we're kind of releasing into the golf ball, just a touch. Like if you watch my wrists, I'm not flipping at it.
Yep.
I'm just kind of letting my hands go forward just a touch. But at the end of the day, we kind of want to still feel like once you're done hitting the golf ball, your hands are going to feel like they're ahead of the club head.
Don't hit very high shots with wedges, so you're in luck.
Okay. So then we just tone down the not the speed,
Yeah.
the distance.
Distance.
So we're just going to take it back a little bit shorter and go through a little bit shorter.
This is one of those like Randy from No Laying Up. You take the hybrid and you just tap it.
Yeah, we could tap
That's what
it
he does.
right over.
Similar to like putting, you just want to feel like your shoulders are just kind of rocking back and forth, and you're just staying on that front foot the whole time.
Oh.
Perfect. First perfect.
this is a new shot for you. Hit it without judge the distance control, and then later on, like you get this is a good shot you can hit on that chipping green.
Yeah.
I don't really like the chip on that green, but using something like this is fine because you're not really taking tears or anything.
Right.
And then again, like on the golf course, if you're just out there playing, even if it's during one of the 4-man deals or 2-man deals, if you just want to like get an extra shot just to get used to it before you actually put it in play.
I feel like that's something I need to do for
Yeah.
sure. We probably all should do that.
So when I walk up to a green, depending on where the ball is, if it's in a spot like this or really pretty much anywhere, I bring 3 clubs. I'm bringing a 9-iron, I'm bringing a 54, and I'm bringing a 58. The 58 is if it's like sitting perfect in the rough, and the only way I can get the ball close is if I can get under it. But like from here, there's no chance.
Right.
There's too many bad things that can happen. For me, about as versatile as it can get. Because it can be something where I'm going to use it if I'm short-sighted.
Yeah.
It can be extremely useful if you have a ton of green to work with, and it can be something where, like, if I needed to get, it can also be a cute shot, right? Like if I needed to get super cute, say from like just down in this swell, and I couldn't quite feel like I got enough confidence or whatever, get a wedge onto it and stop it, I might try to take it and bump it into the hill with some like good speed, make it pop straight up, land soft, and then just trickle it.
No, that's what I told him. I said I'd love to practice it and let him like teach me how to do this.
If I'm square, my feet are more square. The more I open it, the more I open up the club, or more I open the club face, the more I open my feet. So we're just going to kind of open the club face about half, well not halfway, but just kind of open it just a hair, and then make sure the sole of the club is facing the target and your feet go with that.
Okay.
And then again, just kind of splash the sand, bounce against the sand, don't dig into the sand. Yeah. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm comfortable with that.
And another way you can kind of work on this too is, I don't know if you've ever seen it, like people will say like the footprint. Like, so I'm a little bit different because I have like abnormally large feet, but if you put a footprint in the sand, you want to feel like you're just making that's where you're hitting is through that footprint.
I gotcha. Kind of going with the shape of it.
Right, well, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So basically if you took your foot, just planted it here, put the ball, say, in the middle, and then you're just trying to splash that footprint out of the way.
I see what you're saying.
But more so, it's for like, without the ball, it's to work on like getting the contact, feeling the right contact, and then when you have it there, you just imagine, okay, there's a footprint there, get rid of the footprint.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
Okay.
Honestly, like this sand right here, the way this is, it's a little bit wet, it's a little bit firm, but obviously still sand underneath. I like dream about this on the golf course. If I go in a bunker, I'm like, please be like, at least have some sort of moisture to it, right? Because I don't like to get in those soft bunkers because a lot of times it just doesn't allow you to do anything but dig.
Yeah.
Unless you just put tons of speed behind it. You can't get spin out of it very often unless it's, again, like unless they're perfect.
All right, guys, we are moving on from all the practice we've been doing. We're gonna do, I think six or seven holes, something like that. We're gonna do a little course management stuff. We're gonna figure out a good spot to leave the ball on the green depending on where the pin is. We're gonna really try to figure out where we need to trust the shot shape that we've been working on. I think that's key to be able to shoot good scores, to leave yourself in a good position to honestly make a 2-putt and just move on. That's something that I think a lot of us struggle with. We're trying to throw it in there too tight, and that's where we mess up. So honestly, just hitting like the fat side of the green, leaving yourself a good place to putt it. Try to get the best score possible, obviously. Maddux is gonna help us with that today, and that's gonna be pretty much it. It's gonna wrap this video up.
Typically here, I'm aiming somewhere at the corner tree up there at the top.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit left of that, because if I fan it right, it's still gonna be okay. I'm not really gonna hit it far enough to get into the woods. I might be right of the cart path, but I'd rather be right of the cart path than left in the tree. So,
Okay.
you know, the big miss, if I'm gonna miss, I wanna miss right. That'll be perfect.
What else can you do?
Playing the draw.
Yeah. I got 111.
Okay, so now shoot the, try to shoot the collar.
Okay.
Basically, the tip of the upslope should probably want like 105, 107.
Yep, 106.
So you know you have 5 yards before the pin. You know that there's a big back slope behind the pin. From there, it's really just a comfort thing for you. So the miss is going to be, for me, I'm thinking I'm missing this. If I want to miss it anywhere, it's going to be short and right, or just short or just right. Obviously, left brings in a bunker. I'm not necessarily afraid of the bunker. It's more so it's short-sided to that pin, versus the right side, I've got all that green to work with. But just the things that like come to mind for me immediately, you know, where's the miss at? Where is like the fat part of the green that I'm gonna aim for? And then again, you know, not gonna get a ton of spin out of the rough, but you know that even behind the flag, you've got some room and it can come back a little bit.
Okay.
Pin number is 112. You know that you have to hit it at least, we'll say 108.
Yeah.
So if you're like between a club there, then you just say, okay, I'm gonna go with the extra one.
Okay.
I mean, I would say play like a 112, 113 shot and aim it 2 or 3 yards right of the flag. If it draws back, it's great. If it stays there, it's fine. If it fades a little bit, it's also okay.
So I'm gonna go pitch and wedge. I can probably get like 120 out of it, and then a gap wedge would be the next club down, and I'd be having to swing it too hard to get it to that 112 number.
That's all you want there.
Yeah.
Just a little right and come back the hair off that slope. So
Okay.
let me pick your brain first.
My first thought is this is all downhill, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be very fast.
Yeah, putts like this, I mean, a lot of people say try to get it within 3 feet. I think of like 10% of whatever the length of the putt is. So, you know, if it's 20 feet, you want to be within 2. If it's 30 feet, you want to be within 3, and that's kind of just like an ideal
Okay.
thing, and that kind of gives you a little bit of room for error, I guess. Speed is, to me, the most important. You can hit a putt on the right line with the wrong speed and have 6 or 7 feet, but if you hit the right speed, odds are you're never going to have more than 3 anyways. So it's probably going to break a little bit to the left at the beginning, and then most of the rest of the putt's going to be so fast it's just going to kind of basically go straight down the hill, maybe continue to go a little left.
That's it.
That's a pretty good putt, just pretty dang fast.
Yeah.
So basically the way I'm looking at this is like the right side of the door of that house, which is only a couple yards right of the flag, all the way to the very left side of that house is pretty much kind of your gap or your ideal landing spot. If the wind stops it at all, you'd rather it be a little short than take an extra and the wind not stopping and be long. So
Okay.
I would say, what'd you say, 36 front?
Yeah.
I mean, I would play like a 40, 42 shot.
I was gonna say that might need to go.
Yep. But again, you know, that's going to be a good time for that to happen. You want to miss short
Yeah.
if you're going to miss. Because if you leave it up here, you've got a downhill putt versus if you go a little bit past the hole, you have an uphill putt back at you.
Right.
But it's also kind of, it's good to also
Oh.
Might be the best shot I've ever hit on this hole.
I would swing the 3-wood or one less, and just off of course knowledge, since you can't see the hole, I go off of that main tree up there, the left side of it. Kind of favor like the left.
Pushing it.
3-6, 4-3-4. I mean, I would go like maybe like 7-iron.
Yeah.
And just basically punch it at pretty much as long as it gets just past the top of this little ridge up here.
Yeah.
It's going to get all the way down the hole, and I would favor the left side because it's all going to feed to the right.
Right.
Oh.
Sit.
When I play golf, I try to make 18 pars. That's my goal.
Yeah.
I don't think about I want to shoot 3, 4, 5, whatever under, or I don't want to shoot above 2, 3, 4 over, whatever. I'm thinking, how can I make par on every single hole? And if I somehow hit 18 greens, I got a pretty good chance of shooting under par.
Yeah, birdie's
You know?
gonna happen at some point.
I might have a 3-putt here and there if I'm, I miss a putt, or if I'm just so far away it's just reasonable. But I would rather hit the green and have 60 feet than miss the green and have to chip.
Yeah.
And not because I don't have confidence in my chipping, but statistically I'm going to make par from on the green somewhere more often than I am, having to chip the spot.
Right. Woo!
Not like that.
But you can always turn it around with a par on the card.
There it is.
This one I would say is pretty much the same thing. That goofy tree way off in the distance on the right side a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm aiming at that and just letting it go.
Yeah.
Or right on line with a tree in the first.
Yeah, could be.
That's not a bad miss.
Yeah, the right miss.
Maybe a little past pin high, still rolling.
So like y'all's last lesson, you take like a 9-iron, bump it into the steep hill and let it kick left? Or is that too much?
If it was on the other side of the green,
You
absolutely.
did that?
But
Okay.
here you run the risk of hitting it either A little too hard or missing the spot, and if you miss the spot by a little bit, it's
Gone.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, bladed it.
I'm going either super far left here because it gets flatter quicker, or if I need this ball to go in the hole, or if I need to make a par, I'm gonna take it dead on and try to land it basically halfway on the upslope there. Yeah. Not gonna say it's impossible. It's just, I don't know. This screen's pretty baked out right now. It's really fast,
Yeah.
but I'm just being super conservative with the line and honestly almost trying to leave it like here.
Okay.
Versus a normal putt where I'd try to leave it here,
Okay. Yeah.
just in case it goes a little faster than I think.
Move it all. Oh, I felt good about that one.
It's a doozy. It went from being green side and 2 to a double?
Yeah.
That is
It is what it is.
That's how quick it can happen for us.
Yeah. What you want there?
Okay.
Good shot.
Thank you.
Again, being conservative with the line on this, mainly just because if it comes off a little bit too hot and it gets on the bottom side of the hole, it's gone. You'd rather have this putt from here than that putt down there, or again, take it off on you.
Mm.
Man, that thing just died.
I was about to say, I don't know if I babied that or if it just,
I thought it had plenty of weight.
yeah.
No.
That's exactly what it didn't turn. I aimed right
man.
there. I was like, it's gonna come back.
Typical Brady fashion. To end
Typical. I mean, what else can you ask for?
it. Yeah.
Got a lot to review and definitely a lot of stuff to implement, and I know it's gonna help. I've just got to be able to execute it. And getting it all captured on film and watching it back, I think it's gonna be some of the best, I guess, homework.
Yeah.
And then being able to come back to it and just keep repeating it, because it's only, everything he tells us is, I mean, it's the right way to play golf. It's the smart way to play golf. So hope everyone enjoys the video. If you made it this far, sorry about all the bad putting, but just got to make those putts. So see y'all next time. Appreciate the watch.